Hey guys, welcome back to Rags2Riches with FrankieSimoleon. Here we are. We just got into the acting career, so Frankie is working on moving her way up in that career. Unfortunately, my initial recording of this it wasn't working. The recording was off. So we're going to go back through and do a voiceover recording on this. So there might be some breaks in audio, but we will have full recording in episode 6, our next video. So we lost our song. It's not in our inventory anymore, which sucks. So, I mean, that's life. We need to go back through and try and create another song for FrankieSimoleon. That way we can start making some actual money, and can try to get ourselves where we need to be. I mean, we only have 25 days until Frankie ages up again, and so we need to start acting fast. Not only that, but she's still single. She hasn't really made any friends, and so we need to try and get Frankie some friends. So we are spending a lot of time in the apartment, but Frankie has some work to do. I mean, she has some skills that she has to get to a higher level. You know, otherwise we're just not going to be where we want to be. So we're going to work on it. Frankie has a pretty high guitar skill opposed to all our other skills at this point, but we will work on getting them higher throughout this entire video. So we're gonna avoid going to any festivals in this episode too. Frankie's just really busy. I mean, we're trying to write a song, we're trying to become an actor, and you know, sometimes you gotta buckle down and stay inside and get your stuff done. So that's really what we're doing, is skill building here. So we've done a really good job at keeping her motives higher, which is good for us. I mean, there have been a few low points, but we're getting used to who Frankie is and how often she needs to eat and bathe and all those kind of things. So we keep making the mistake of pressing right song on the guitar rather than continuing in our lyrics. As you can see, I have a few in my inventory, which is terrible because all our progress has to be restarted. So we're going to scrap all the other ones, and then it's going to make us start back at 0. So there's not much we can do about it. It's just super frustrating at this point because Frankie has already written a song that we can't get credit for, and she's just wasted her entire day off kind of just doing that. We should really upgrade our bathroom equipment soon because this isn't really you know, it's not stuff that goes into a bathroom. It's stuff that would go into an outhouse or maybe a cabin, but not apartment in the middle of the city. So maybe once we earn a little bit more money, that'll be our first remodel. It's just those things can be very expensive. I mean, there's tubs that are more than what we have in our bank account right now. So there's nothing we can do about it. So I wanted to see if you could just search for sheet music and buy it. But yeah, you know, you can do this with a lot of the different kind of flowers and stuff that's hard to find in the game. You just type in the name of the actual item. Like if you wanted the cow plant, you can type that in and it'll give you like a seed, or it'll give you a cow plant something. I'm not sure if it'll give you the seed or not, but the sheet music that I bought doesn't do anything, can't do anything with it. It just kind of disappeared after I bought it, so that's okay though. We'll just continue to persevere and move past this issue that we're having with our guitar music right now. And she's just gonna play away. And that guy's just gonna sleep on the bench. Nothing unusual happening here, folks. I mean, you do see that a lot in the city anyway, so it truly is not unusual. Hopefully we can get most of this sung. Yeah, not really. Once they get to like 3, or you know, about halfway, I like to address the motive issues, unless it's her energy. Because I don't want my sim to die in this. That would be the worst case scenario, but I'm also afraid that she's going to get old before we ever make any real money. So I'm not sure how much money you can make in the acting career, you know, at the top, because I've never really paid attention. My sims that were in the acting career before had a ton of money, so it was never really an issue. I never really paid attention to it. So now that we're paying attention and counting the pennies, it's really going to matter for us.
Save it's a frange. It's all happening. Oops, Kimberly line barange, Kimberly line barange rapping it. Kimberly Vombo, it's the nooch.
So I saw somewhere that if your sim eats grilled cheese a certain amount of times in a row, your sim will be addicted to grilled cheese, and that's all they're going to be able to think about. So take that into consideration. I didn't really notice it when Frankie made an entire plate of 8 meals of grilled cheese, and that's all she was eating. So maybe we were eating olives in between it or something. I'm not quite sure. I do not want to risk it though. Stop. We'll continue to work on our song. We really want to start making the extra money, plus it earns us some fame, and we need fame at this point. Our fame level is fluctuating, and we still haven't earned the 2nd star, and when we look at our goals, our very first goal is to become a 2-star celebrity. So at least when we become a 2-star celebrity, we'll be able to go to the Starlight Allocates, because I believe to get in there you have to be a 2-star celebrity. I think I lowered it because I wanted more people to attend the ceremony, and plus these up-and-coming guys, I mean, sometimes they release some really good stuff, so I don't see why not? I mean, most of my Sims in this game are not celebrities at all, so there is an exclusion level, but it shouldn't be that big. It shouldn't be for 1-star celebrities who are maybe in it a little bit. It should be for 2-star celebrities that have proven they're kind of working toward, you know, working on the road to fame. So we're gonna try and get ready for our acting gig tonight, but nobody wants to talk to me. So we need to be playful. So we need to go kind of joke around with some people and try and get ourselves in the playful emotion to be able to do this. Just set her up to tell a ton of jokes. And it looks like we're playful now, so that's good. Alright, now that we're prepared, we can go home and deal with ourselves. Make sure that our motives are high enough. And we're going to move the guitar just to make sure that our song comes up. Because what if, you know, she was kind of standing in the wall for some reason when the guitar was over in that corner. So maybe that had something to do with it. Probably not, but it's worth checking since we've worked this hard to get a song out there. So, we need Frankie to finish this song already. Songwriting takes so long. I don't know why. I mean, I'm sure it does in real life, and it might be a realistic timeline of how long it actually takes to do a song. But right now, we're really just eager for Frankie to start making some money finally. I mean, get her a better bed. Maybe she can go out to eat for once. I mean, the only time she went out to eat was for her birthday, and we all know how that ended. So, it'd just be nice to go out, spend $100, and not have it affect us in a negative way. So, today is the gig. We're going to get her ready, get her motives met. That way we don't have to do any of that at the studio. I don't like to take care of the motives at the studio just because I feel like I'm on such a constrained timeline. It's really not that bad. I mean, you have a full 8 or 9 hours to do the 5 or 6 tasks that it gives you to do, but I just always feel so rushed. So sometimes I don't do some of those extra tasks. Don't know why. just and I know it affects what our outcome is. So our goal now is to be the best that we can be for Frankie, because if we want to, you know, get out of the situation that we're in, we need to start earning some real money. So it looks like her needs are pretty good. I mean, they'll at least last throughout her shift. But we need to keep streaming, because if we don't, we will lose fame levels, and we want to achieve as many followers as we can. And it's Harvest Fest, so we have gnomes in our house. And then we have another unexpected expense on our hands. Our drone died. So we're just going to have to replace it and eat the $200, because she cannot repair anything electrical because her handiness level is not where it should be. So we don't want her to die from that, so we pay for us not to die by spending $200. I'm not sure if it would have been cheaper to call a technician. I'm not even sure if you could call a technician on there. I never call a technician, so I don't know. So here we go. This is our acting set, so we're going to go get dressed and get our hair and makeup done right away. I think it's important that that's the first thing you do. That way you can take care of any other tasks and you're just already ready to go. So they let me keep my monocle, but there's probably, yeah, that's the explanation behind that. Because I'm in this gigantic suit. I'm doing a kids show, I guess. We didn't really read the description of what we were doing, so that's okay. It's not terrible. So we're going to practice our acting and try and take care of some of these tasks. And for some reason, it's not saying that I did my hair or did my makeup, and I can't figure out why it keeps doing that, but it's counting against my score. So we're going to try and bring my acting level up and see if that has anything to do with it. Maybe they're just putting me in the wrong costumes because they don't like me. That's possible. So we're trying to get some of these things taken care of. That way they think we do well in the show. And we are ready to go do this. It sucks that we brought her motives all the way up and now she is hungry. But we will go do this gig. Yeah, that's another, I mean, we're not going to do really well, you can already tell. And it might be because she wasn't she was in a bad mood. Doesn't look like she had any mood at all, actually. But she was hungry. And I know if I was hungry, my performance might be different than when I wasn't hungry. So it's hard to say if they put that into consideration on this. But we will actually stick around on the sets and get some food and try and bring our motives up a little bit. We earned over $1,000 for that, so seems like a win. And the question is, if I would have stayed in the entertainer career and working 5 days a week at $200, I mean, I'd have to be doing this twice a week at the very least, so always trying to get an audition right after a gig. That way it's the next day. So I guess I'm making more money. It's just very... it's hard to say, especially when you consider things like bonuses and all that stuff, so... And I believe we can finish writing this song today, finally. And there we go. And I never come up with really good song titles, I just type in some weird stuff. And our other song actually came up to send for licensing, so that's exciting for us. And so we have to get our fitness level up for this next gig that we're going into, at least for the audition. It wants our fitness level at a level 3. So we need to buy some workout equipment, but I think the treadmill is just a little too expensive. I'm not willing to spend $900. So we're going to stick with the $160 punching bag. I'm sure that they both do the same thing for us. So the only problem is our fitness is only at a level 1. So I'm not sure that we're going to be able to bring it up to level 3 by tomorrow's audition. It is very hard to say. So we need to get ready for our audition. Our audition is tonight, so it does give us time to kind of continue to work on that athletic skill a little bit. So we'll just work out until we are fatigued. And I mean, at least we'll be at a level 2 at a minimum. So it's only recommended, not required, that we are at a level 3 for the fitness skill. So I think it's time that we buy our little beat station. It's an easy way to make some money. So it's just gonna be, you know, you can only get your skill up to level 5 on this, but hopefully if somebody likes us and tells us that they want us to start making beats for them. But like I said, I mean, even if it's like a $20 pension a day, that's still gonna help us get somewhere. You know, there's a time not too long ago where we only had $7 in our bank account and would have really appreciated $20 a day. So we are not complaining about that at all. We're gonna just keep publishing our songs and continue to work on skills. That way we can make some monies. It's cool because you can hear your track at clubs on the radio and stuff like that. You know, as long as people like them. I don't know about you guys, but I rarely answer my Sims 4 phone, or rarely agree to go out with people. Don't know why, I just like to do my own thing, and most of the people that call anyway, I mean, my Sim is hardly friends with, so, and then when you are friends with them, they will call you all the time. So I guess it's a good thing Frankie hasn't made friends, because we've avoided a lot of phone calls, but at the same time, we don't want Frankie to die alone. So eventually we're going to have to find Frankie love. Just not rich love. If they are rich love, we have to complete the challenge before they can ever get married or move in together. Sabby. Sabby. Hey. Hey. Okay. Another day has gone by. We're just gonna get our energy up, take a nap before our audition. Well, all that working out has us really tired. So we're just gonna wish her luck. I mean, we're in a bad spot. She's in a bad mood right now. She's tired. One thing I did notice is Frankie hasn't wanted to gamble for a while, and she is the gambler, so don't know. We'll see. Unfortunately, we have to miss the Spice Festival tonight because we'll be at our audition, and then we need to come home and go to sleep. So for that portion of this video, unfortunately, we can't fast forward any faster because we have to wait until the Spice Festival's over. But we can hang out and kind of just watch over what's going on at the Spice Festival. So we passed our audition, surprisingly. I thought we were going to get turned away on that one. But life happens, and I guess it's on our side today. So we are going to be acting. We'll have tomorrow off to kind of work on some of the things that they want us to work on, and then we can finally move on to hopefully doing a good performance. I don't know about you guys, but I've only had one sim that has been able to pass the curry challenge. And that sim is in my current gameplay. She's a grandma. She cooks most of the Salvadorian food for her family, and she cooks curry a lot too, so she's pretty used to it. And she always gets this red shirt with like a chili pepper, I think, on it. It might not be a chili pepper, but it resembles something hot on top of it. That chick is running really fast. But the Spice Festival should be ending soon. Hopefully that way we can just fast forward through the rest of the night. I guess that's the biggest downfall of living in the city, aside from having restricted sizes of your apartment and having noisy neighbors. Aside from that, I've never really had a problem with living in the city. Alright, so it's almost morning, thankfully. And we are going to get ready for our audition, and I think we woke up a little late. She couldn't sleep because of the Spice Festival. So we need to hurry up and try and get ready for our audition, otherwise we're going to have some problems while we're there. Or, not our audition, that's right, I think we have the day off today. So maybe we can work on some music making and try and make some more money on our days off. I mean, it's making us more money than we're making in tips when we go out. The only problem is I'm not sure how it's affecting our fame. I know our fame level right now is back down to just a 1 star, which sucks, and it might have been because of my terrible performance on the children's TV show. Even though they said it was moderately okay, we still don't necessarily believe them. So I think if we get our acting level up, then we will be able to change into better costumes. I'm not sure. Never had the issue before, so we're just going to see where this takes us, and we have to improve our acting skill anyway, so we're going to do the daily tasks to get ready for the acting career. That way we can do some risky moves. But maybe it's the risky moves that is destroying our reputation. Maybe we should do on our next gig one risky move and the rest something else. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll just try it all risky again and see if that's really true about it. And it could be. So we're gonna submit a new track, try and earn ourselves some extra money. And we're just gonna take care of, I'm learning that it's important to take care of yourselves on your days off. So that's what we're doing too. But maybe that involves us leaving the lot too. So we're going to travel and go to her favorite place in Del Sol Valley, this club here. And maybe we'll just have a good time. She needs it. She's been working really hard lately, making a lot of good money, so... maybe we can meet somebody too. We keep talking about not wanting Frankie to die alone, but relationships take a while to kind of cultivate, and maybe we should start looking now. We won't marry anybody, but who says that we can't date anybody? The good thing is our track is on the radio, so she's feeling pretty good about that. And that might help us earn some extra money too, having our track be playing on the radio. So here's this guy, and we keep trying to introduce ourselves, but he's too into the celebrity that's in the building, because all the celebrities come here too. So he's not letting me introduce myself to him. There we go. So let's just be friendly, be flirty, and just let Frankie have a good time.
Kubu Koiba?
Harvini.
Yes.
Low Gwenji.
Shorg.
Oh.
So he let us flirt with him a little bit, which is good, but it's time for us to go home. And she had a good time out, but she has to be up early tomorrow morning, and we want to make sure she has her energy. So we're going to come home and deal with some things at home. Never hurt to submit another track either. So lately our neighbors have been doing pretty good about noise, and I was going to make a comment about it, but they have proved me wrong. So they're over here, they're making a ton of noise, being obnoxious, but we had to debug her. We've only had to debug her once this game, so we're making progress. So I'm pretty excited about this acting gig. It's the pirate one. Not that I like that one that much, but it's really not that bad. It is a pretty big gig, so we need to get Frankie prepared for that. I think, once again, we woke her up a little bit late. She only has an hour until her gig, so she can't work on her fun or her social levels, and is barely gonna have any time to eat. So at least she's not starving to death anymore, but we're still concerned. Alright, so here we go. Let's go get into hair and makeup, and hopefully we get in the right outfit. So that seems right. Let's see what kind of outfit we get. I don't think that's right. Okay, so we'll go take care of some of these other tasks, and I don't know what I have to do to get the right outfit around here. We definitely should eat before we go on the set. Maybe we'll see a difference in performance from the last performance that we had when we were hungry. So we'll do everything quite similarly. This will be kind of like a test for us to kind of see what we got to do. And we'll probably have to play like a mobile game or something. Bring our fun up. We just have to be mindful of what time it is. We should start acting soon. There we go. My phone is still not a good place. Let's see if we get fun from acting. No. Acting, I guess, is not a very fun thing to do. So as you can see already, our performance is not good. Wonder why they keep casting me if I suck so bad. But I guess this is our wake-up call. It's time to get serious. I mean, we only earned $800 from that, when the potential was so much more. So we're slightly disappointed that we did not do a better job. So we need to take care of our motive. She's pretty upset. We do need to book our next gig as well. It just sucks. We are trying so hard to do all this, and the payoff, I mean, at least we have money, we have a place to live, we're not living in the tent anymore. So I mean, I guess the payoff is there, but now that we're here, it just feels like we've been stagnant for a little bit. So it's time to get really serious about this and make sure that Frankie is doing the right things in order to get her fame level up. I mean, we're almost a 2-star now, but we're still just not over the hump. So our next gig has to be the one. And it looks like they have something perfect, and it requires a comedy level of 3. So, you know what? We are gonna take it. We also switched our agency because we're sick of being mistreated by the other agency. So now that we actually have some acting experience, we can go with the other acting agency that we like a little bit more. We definitely need to do something about her fun levels. We luckily already have what we need for the next gig, so we don't have to do much. I mean, after the audition, we'll have some daily tasks to complete, but aside from that, we really don't have that much to do, which opens up a little bit more time for us to make some pensions. And I think the most important thing for us to remember is every little bit counts. So, and once we start, once we get better with the skill level, we'll be able to do more, and we won't have such a limit on how many we can post at a time. Once a agency or a music producer wants to sign a record deal with us. But then, like I said, we not only have the pressure of being an actress, we have the pressure of keeping up with how many different tracks they want us to produce, which isn't bad. We can use a little bit of fire under us to help us keep going, keep us motivated, keep us working hard. It's just it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, and if we're able to have much of a social life after that. I mean, we've lost most of it so far. And I mean, we met somebody pretty cool at the bar, so we need to meet up with him and see where this takes us. So we need to practice our acting, because, I mean, what if that is the reason that we don't have the right costumes? It could be. I don't know what level we should be at this point. I know that we've done other things over the acting career, so we might be behind. So it's really, we're getting really serious about this. And right now she's working on her comedy, and we're just getting ready for this big audition that we have. I think that we're going to go out. It's time to get out of the house. We've been spending a lot of time in it, and see what kind of skill building we can do outside of the house. There's not much here for us. We have the basic necessities at home, and so it's important for us to get out into the world. And I mean, if she wants to write her guitar song, then she can do that out here, where people see her. And I'm not sure if they'll watch her, or root for her, or give her any tips for writing a song. But we can do this until our audition later. And these guys are protesting. Yeah, so we're not really getting any attention, but I think we'll just continue to work on our song, because we want the money that comes from it. I mean, we're earning, I think we earned a $500 pension from the guitar song, one of them that we wrote. So, and we still have to publish the other one on, I'm not sure what day we posted or sent the song to the publisher, but you can only post one guitar song a week, so we need to do that as well. I was hoping she would get nominated for an accolade, but she did not, so that's okay. She couldn't even make it into the ceremony anyway. Plus, how many songwriters actually get one from the first song that they write? Well, the good news is that we got the gig. Not surprising. We had everything that we needed to get the gig, and the only thing that, if it were a factor, might have prevented us was past performance. So luckily that did not affect us, and we got the gig, and now we can take tomorrow off. I think that's where we went anyway, was to the audition. So we have tomorrow off, and tomorrow we'll work on our daily tasks. And get ready for this big role that we're going to be playing in this movie. I think it's a movie at least. Go. So we're gonna go try and meet up with this guy. We practiced our comedy, which was one of our tasks that we had to complete before the gig, and now we are going to go, and I think we'll go to Brittleton Bay, which may have been a bad idea because it's probably snowing here, but that's okay. We're gonna try and meet up with the guy that we met at the club. We have to practice flirty and romantic interactions. I've noticed getting them into that mood is harder than getting them into the playful mood, especially when you barely know somebody. So we'll see what we can do here. If he won't meet up with us, we'll just flirt with whoever we can to get this emotion or this daily task taken care of. So yeah, it's definitely snowing here. And we can't really remember who that guy was. And we can't invite the guy I thought it was. He must already be on this lot somewhere. That might be why. Go. So, we're just gonna flirt with whoever we can at this point. I can't find him. So, hopefully this guy will take well to my flirting with him. It doesn't look like anybody wants to flirt with me. Go. So this sucks. I don't know what we're going to do if we can't meet that. How much is it going to affect our performance tomorrow? And we really need to get a good performance. And no doubt about it, this guy's in a flirty mood, but he doesn't want to flirt with me either. So I'm telling you, I really think that nobody likes me. And she's just the person everybody knows and doesn't really talk much to because she stays to herself all the time. So, but there's this guy shoveling, and it's worth a shot to try and go and talk to one of them. And actually one of them ends up being that guy that I have somewhat of a relationship with already, a friendship at least. So we're gonna go outside and talk to him if he doesn't freeze to death, because right now he is freezing. And I bet it's cold outside and shoveling snow. I think he might be a vampire also, I'm not sure. In his picture on our friends list, he looks like a vampire. So we're just gonna flirt with him and try and get this emotion or this daily task taken care of and out of the way. And he just left, so that sucks. So what we'll do is we'll invite him back to our house and see what we can do from there. So he's gonna come over, and I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, he could just be somebody we're using to take care of this need, or he can be more than that. Just, it really depends on how things go from here. They're gonna kiss. So, hey, I mean, that is good news. We've met somebody, finally, after what seemed like so long, and we really hit it off. He is single, so this is perfect for us. So we need to, she's finally flirty, so we can deal with this daily task now. And he's so sweet, he's cleaning our tub for us. And I bet it's dirty. We have not done a lot of cleaning in our house since we moved into it. And I mean, we've just been so short on time. We're always busy doing stuff, so I mean, makes sense. So we're gonna write some of our song that we've been working on, and I mean, you can tell from looking inside that tub, there's a lot of scum on the bottom of it. I don't even know how you would tell that tub is dirty since it's all made out of wood. But he is a good guy. And so far we like him. So not too bad of a day off, actually. I mean, we did a lot today. And she now has a boyfriend. So this should add an interesting mix to the game. I mean, are we going to have enough time for this boyfriend? Should we give him our house key? That way he can just come in whenever he wants and kind of interact with me and on the side? Or are things going to end badly? I mean, Frankie wants kids. And the unfortunate thing is kids cost money. It costs money to feed them, you know, take care of them, especially a newborn. Ugh. So, we don't know what is going to play out here. Frankie doesn't even have a bed that would allow us to have a child right now, but there's other places and community lots that do, and I mean, we could just go next door. I'm sure they have a full-size bed. I mean, they might not like it, they might think it's inappropriate, but on top of that, we can't have a child yet unless the child lived away from us because of the MCC Command Center. It gives us child support, and so we could play that way, but I don't know how that would play out. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think, and check in next time to see how Frankie's acting gig goes. Bye, guys.